I had been involved as a journalist using the media and communications to empower people, end bloody conflicts, and live healthy lives. And I had done that and had big impact in a number of conflict zones in Africa and elsewhere. But while I was doing this on a vast scale, I also realized that there was something in my life that I wasn't happy in my personal and professional life. And I needed to look inward and to see how I could create more peace and joy in my own life. I had to learn more effective life skills and leave behind habitual ways of thinking that weren't working for me. And so self-empowerment is basically developing new ways of thinking and being in the world. And that unleashes our creativity, at least my creativity in other ways in my personal life. And so with that creativity, you can design the life that you really want to live. And so that was part of my journey.
So what do you mean by secrets that's included in the title of your book?
Well, the secrets are basically the lessons I learned in my own journey to self-empowerment. In the book, I'm sharing them so that others can learn from my experience and have the opportunity to apply them in their own life's journey. Let me give you some example of one of them. I learned along the way that I often held myself back when things didn't go right. I would feel sorry for myself and blame others for the situation I was in. And this, what I call self-pity, I had to learn to let that go because that was making me a victim. And so when I began to do that more and more, I became personally responsible for my situation, and I could take the actions I needed to change it. So when we're caught up in like that negative paradigm like that, we don't see all the opportunities around us. We're focused on the negative. So that's an example. One more thing is that I have a companion book called the Self-Empowerment GPS, and for each secret, there are activities and questions to ask yourself to help you.
In the secrets of self-empowerment, who talk a lot about achieving self-love, why is this even pertinent?
Well, self-love is basically occurs when we understand how essentially worthy we are, that we recognize our inner beauty and brilliance. Everybody is that way. Everybody is an amazing human being, but the way oftentimes we're brought up, we don't know that. We don't understand our own self-worth. And so as you empower yourself, like I did in my journey, I learned to love myself and understanding that you're lovable. And this is the farthest thing in the world from being selfish. When you have self-love, you actually radiate that into the world. You interact with people in a different way. You encourage their own sense of worthiness, and you acknowledge their brilliance. You're not in competition with them, et cetera, et cetera.
Where can people buy copies of your books?
Okay, now the books are available in paperback and electronic form from Amazon. And you can reach that by going to Amazon directly or by going to my website, gregperiot.com. And if you don't have access to, some of your listeners don't have access to Amazon, they could ask a local bookstore to order copies for them. And also I have a YouTube channel, Greg Periot, and on it, there are a lot of discussions and links to my website and podcasts, and people can also find my presence on, I think, virtually every social media platform. So I've taken some of the skills I learned as a journalist and in broadcasting and applying to promoting these ideas and promoting my books.